Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
United States religious leader, born in Korea, who founded the Unification Church in 1954, was found guilty of conspiracy to evade taxes, born in 1920. The light of the moon. Moonlight is the smuggler's enemy. Be idle in a listless or dreamy way. The period between successive new moons, 29.531 days. Have dreamlike musings or fantasies while awake. Any natural satellite of a planet. Jupiter has 16 moons. Any object resembling a moon. He made a moon lamp that he used as a night light. Expose one's buttocks to. Moon the audience. The natural satellite of the Earth. Men first stepped on the moon in 1969. United States religious leader, born in Korea, who founded the Unification Church in 1954, was found guilty of conspiracy to evade taxes, born in 1920. The light of the moon. Moonlight is the smuggler's enemy. Work a second job, usually after hours. The law student is moonlighting as a taxi driver. The light of the moon. Whiskey illegally distilled from a corn mash. Distill, alcohol, illegally. Produce moonshine. Be idle in a listless or dreamy way. Be apathetic, gloomy, or dazed. Be idle in a listless or dreamy way. The period between successive new moons, 29.531 days. The period between successive new moons, 29.531 days. The period between successive new moons, 29.531 days. Absent-minded dreaming while awake. Have dreamlike musings or fantasies while awake. She looked out the window, daydreaming. Have a daydream. Indulge in a fantasy. Physics, electromagnetic radiation that can produce a visual sensation. The quality of being luminous, emitting or reflecting light. Having abundant light or illumination. They played as long as it was light. Merriment expressed by a brightness or gleam or animation of countenance. Weak and likely to lose consciousness. Felt light in the head. Marked by temperance and indulgence. A light eater. Having relatively few calories. Light, or light, beer. A condition of spiritual awareness, divine illumination. Follow God's light. Fall to somebody by assignment or lot. Physics, electromagnetic radiation that can produce a visual sensation. The light was filtered through a soft glass window. Used of vowels or syllables, pronounced with little or no stress. A syllable that ends in a short vowel is a light syllable. Cause to start burning, subject to fire or great heat. With few burdens. Experienced travelers travel light. Start or maintain a fire in. A divine presence believed by Quakers to enlighten and guide the soul. Moving easily and quickly, nimble. The dancer was light and graceful. Make lighter or brighter. This lamp lightens the room a bit. The visual effect of illumination on objects or scenes is created in pictures. He could paint the lightest light and the darkest dark. A device for lighting or igniting fuel or charges or fires. Do you have a light? To come to rest, settle. Misfortune lighted upon him. Of sleep, easily disturbed. In a light doze. Casual and unrestrained in sexual behavior. He was told to avoid loose, or light, women. Of sound or color, free from anything that dulls or dims. A light lilting voice like a silver bell. The light from a horse. Silly or trivial. Light banter. Any device serving as a source of illumination. He stopped the car and turned off the lights. Less than the correct or legal or full amount, often deliberately so. A light pound. Used of color, having a relatively small amount of coloring agent. Light blue. Begin to smoke. An illuminated area. He stepped into the light. A particular perspective or aspect of a situation. Although he saw it in a different light, he still did not understand. A person regarded very fondly. The light of my life. A visual warning signal. They saw the light of the beacon. Characterized by or emitting light. A room that is light when the shutters are open. Demanding little effort, not burdensome. Light housework. Designed for ease of movement or to carry little weight. Light aircraft. Easily assimilated in the alimentary canal, not rich or heavily seasoned. A light diet. Having little importance. Losing his job was no light matter. Intended primarily as entertainment, not serious or profound. Light verse. Mental understanding as an enlightening experience. He finally saw the light. Of comparatively little physical weight or density. A light load. Of little intensity or power or force. The light touch of her fingers. Of the military or industry, using, or being, relatively small or light arms or equipment. Light infantry. Physics, chemistry, not having atomic weight greater than average. Light water as ordinary water. Psychologically light, especially free from sadness or troubles. A light heart. Public awareness. It brought the scandal to light. Used of soil, loose and large-grained in consistency. Light soil. Very thin and insubstantial. Light summer dresses. Not great in degree or quantity or number. A light sentence. Physics, electromagnetic radiation that can produce a visual sensation. Be idle. Exist in a changeless situation. The old man sat and stagnated on his porch. Cause to stagnate. There are marshes that stagnate the waters. Cease to flow. Stand without moving. Blood stagnates in the capillaries. Stand still. Industry will stagnate if we do not stimulate our economy. A strip of type metal used for spacing. Be idle. exist in a changeless situation. He slugged in bed all morning. Boxing, a blow with the fist. A projectile that is fired from a gun. Strike heavily, especially with the fist or a bat. He slugged me so hard that I passed out. An idle, slothful person. A counterfeit coin. An amount of an alcoholic drink, usually liquor, that is poured or gulped. He took a slug of hard liquor. Any of various terrestrial gastropods having an elongated slimy body and no external shell. A unit of mass equal to the mass that accelerates at 1 foot sec when acted upon by a force of 1 pound, approximately 14.5939 kilograms. Not having a job. Idle carpenters. Not in active use. The machinery sat idle during the strike. Without a basis in reason or fact. Idle fears. Be idle. Exist in a changeless situation. Run disconnected or idle. Silly or trivial. Idle pleasure. Lacking a sense of restraint or responsibility. Idle talk. Not yielding a return. Idle funds. Not in action or at work. An idle laborer. The state of an engine or other mechanism that is idling. The car engine was running at idle. Be idle. Exist in a changeless situation. One of the 12 divisions of the calendar year. He paid the bill last month. A time unit of approximately 30 days. He was given a month to pay the bill. Man-made equipment that orbits around the Earth or the Moon. A person who follows or serves another. Any celestial body orbiting around a planet or star. Broadcast or disseminate via satellite. Surrounding and dominated by a central authority or power. A city and its satellite communities. The goal intended to be attained, and which is believed to be attainable. The sole object of her trip was to see her children. A tangible and visible entity. An entity that can cast a shadow. It was full of rackets, balls and other objects. Be averse to or express disapproval of. My wife objects to modern furniture. Computing. A discrete item that provides a description of virtually anything known to a computer. In object-oriented programming, objects include data and define its status, its methods of operation and how it interacts with other objects. Express or raise an objection or protest or criticism or express dissent. She never objected to the amount of work her boss charged her with. Grammar. A constituent that is acted upon. The object of the verb. The focus of cognitions or feelings. Objects of thought. A tangible and visible entity. An entity that can cast a shadow. To show, make visible or apparent. National leaders will have to display the highest skills of statesmanship. Something shown to the public. An electronic device that represents information in visual form. Something intended to communicate a particular impression. Made a display of strength. A visual representation of something. Attract attention by displaying some body part or posing, of animals. Behavior that makes your feelings public. A display of emotion. Exhibiting openly in public view. A display of courage. To show, make visible or apparent. Reveal to view as by removing a cover. Put in a dangerous, disadvantageous, or difficult position. Make known to the public information that was previously known only to a few people or that was meant to be kept a secret. Remove all or part of one's clothes to show one's body. The man exposed himself in the subway. The exposure of an impostor or a fraud. He published an exposé of the graft and corruption in city government. Expose while ridiculing, especially of pretentious or false claims and ideas. Abandon by leaving out in the open air. The infant was exposed by the teenage mother. Expose or make accessible to some action or influence. Expose the blanket to sunshine. Expose to light, a photographic film. To show, make visible or apparent. The Metropolitan Museum is exhibiting Goya's works this month. Something shown to the public. The museum had many exhibits of Oriental art. Give an exhibition of to an interested audience. Walk ostentatiously. An object or statement produced before a court of law and referred to while giving evidence. Show an attribute, property, knowledge, or skill. He exhibits a great talent. A period of 12 lunar months. A ray of moonlight. A ray of moonlight. A ray of moonlight. Leader of a religious order. Small, usually bright-colored semi-aquatic salamanders of North America and Europe and Northern Asia. Greek mythology, a sea god, son of Poseidon. The largest moon of Neptune. Tropical marine gastropods having beautifully colored spiral shells.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.